Planning to hit Dark Universe at Epic Universe? Want to experience it all without wasting time and long lines? I'm Stephanie with Unconditional Adventures, and I've got your full strategy from the best arrival time to where to eat, what characters you have to meet, and exactly how to make sure you get to ride Monsters Unchained. Whether you're a solo traveler or one of us theme park adults, this guide is for you. And stick around to the end for one hidden detail that most people totally miss in this land. Dark Universe is not included in early park admission to Epic Universe. However, the entry to the portal is literally steps from the Universal Helios Grand Hotel, which has a private entrance into the park. So if this land is most important to you, the best strategy is to stay at the Helios the night before your visit. When the Helios entry opens to guests for early park admission, let the initial line of people rush to Super Nintendo World. Then enter the park and get in line outside the Dark Universe portal. You'll probably have a few minutes to take pictures of Celestial Park, but make sure you are in line in front of the portal no later than 30 minutes before the official park opening. You'll want to have the Universal Orlando Resort app downloaded on your phone before you arrive. This will help you throughout your entire day with navigation, mobile food ordering, and ride wait times. You can also link your tickets to your account so you get into the parks faster. Once the portal opens, try not to stand inside it for very long. That's tough to do, believe me, but you can come back and get your photos and videos later. The first thing you'll want to do is ride Monsters Unchained, as the wait time has a tendency to jump within an hour of the park opening. The excitement about this ride has grown since the park opened, and wait times have been up as high as 3 hours. It also has a tendency to close down at least once per day, so the earlier you get in line, the more likely you are to actually ride it. Why is this ride so popular? Well, first and foremost, the queue line is the coolest thing I've ever seen. It immerses you completely into the story of Dr. Victoria Frankenstein, the great-great-granddaughter of Victor Frankenstein, and her quest to showcase her newest monster with the help of her assistant Ygor. The queue line is just as spooky as the ride, and well worth walking through the entire thing. The ride itself showcases all the classic Universal monsters, making it a must-do for old-school scary movie fans. I suggest riding it twice and sit on different ends of the ride car so you can take in the whole thing. Curve around the streets of Darkmoor and head for the back of the land to find the ride. If you go first thing, you should be able to walk completely through the queue line, grabbing a few great pictures or videos along the way, and walk right onto the ride. If you don't go first thing, Monsters Unchained does take Express Pass and also offers single rider line. This will most likely split up your party, but it can also cut the wait time in half. Also keep in mind, both the Express Pass line and the single rider line don't show you the entire queue. So my strategy is to ride this first thing in the morning, then come back later in the day to ride it a second time using your Express Pass or single rider line. The ride car is the same claw system as Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey over in Hogwarts Castle. Only this time, the animatronics and graphic visuals are far more advanced and absolutely stunning, and the car has much more movement than the Harry Potter ride. So if you feel motion sickness on Harry Potter, you will feel it on this ride too. There are also quite a few jump scares and quick jolting movements, so be prepared to let out a few screams. Some of the best food in Epic Universe can be found in this land. Not only is it incredibly themed, but the food and drinks are actually really tasty. There are 3 stops in Dark Universe: Das Stakehaus, a quick service table restaurant, the Burning Blade Tavern, a pub with food pickup attached, and Lacey's Cottage, a snack stand. Das Stakehaus is the sit-down restaurant in this land, which means this is the place parents will take their kids to eat, so you'll want to avoid going during typical meal times. Everything about this restaurant is themed, from the decor to the utensils to the menu items. There's even a spooky lightning effect that happens every 15 minutes or so. At Das Stakehaus, you don't order at a counter. You'll wait for a table, then order using the QR code at that table. You can mobile order ahead of time, but you still have to wait for a table, and since the staff doesn't prepare your meal until you put in your table number, I don't think this really saves you much time. You may have already seen pictures of the black buns in this world by now, and you'll find them at this restaurant. Both the Das Burger and the Blood Orange Chicken Sandwich come on a black bun. It's also called Das Stakehaus because you can get nearly any meat on a steak skewer: fish, chicken, even meatloaf. And don't pass up the desserts here. The labaticata is a lighter dessert that's shaped like a brain and won't weigh you down on those hot, humid days. My favorite food stop is the Burning Blade Tavern. Yes, you can mobile order and grab it at the pickup window, but I still suggest coming inside for a drink, if you can find a table. This place is really small and gets packed really quickly. If you like garlic, you'll want to try the Hunter's Garlic Steak. Just make sure you don't try to kiss anyone right after you eat it. My pretzel was a little bit dry, but that garlic dipping sauce was to die for, literally. I also loved the Burning Cheddar Bites. That's a fried jalapeno pimento cheddar bite that comes with sriracha ranch. These things are so good and not too spicy. I'm a wimp about spice, and I handled them just fine. And you can't be in a tavern without a drink. There's plenty of beer and wine options, or you can try the Monacane mocktail in this cool souvenir beaker. Make sure you keep an eye out for the monster hunters. They come inside the tavern often and rile up the visitors. Lacey's Cottage has some quick and easy snacks, like the Frankenfriends pretzel, which is served with white cheese, and the warm-hearted cinnamon bites. I'll tell you right now, if you want something sweet, this is it. The cream cheese icing and the streusel pieces on top will change your life. One quick note for those of you who have a Universal Visa card. When you mobile order food, you will not get your 10% discount. So if you can order in person, try to do that and save yourself a little bit of money. And if you don't have a Universal Visa and want a referral code to get one, leave me a message in the comments and I will hook you up. If you want to check out a complete menu guide for Epic Universe, I've got a post up on my travel blog. I'll put a link to that in the description if you want to check it out. The character interactions in Dark Universe are not to be missed. Not only will they interact with you at meet and greets, but they interact with each other throughout the land. The most popular characters are the Bride of Frankenstein's monster, Ygor, and the Invisible Man. The Bride of Frankenstein's monster generally has a meet and greet area tucked away in the shops, and the line to see her gets very long, very fast. So I suggest finding her right after you get off of Monsters Unchained, or late in the afternoon when families are leaving Dark Universe. Sometimes you'll get lucky and Frankenstein's monster will join her for the meet and greet, so keep an eye out for him. He's pretty easy to spot. The Invisible Man tends to hang out near the entrance to Das Stakehaus, so grab a picture with him before or after you eat, if you can see him, of course. He's pretty funny and likes to interact and be kind of snarky, so it might be more adult-based, but he's definitely well worth talking to. But the most fun character to find is Ygor. He's often roaming around Dark Universe, but if you start to talk to him, he'll stop and banter with you, hand you a severed body part, the usual. He also likes to pick fights with the other characters, so it doesn't hurt to follow him around to watch the interactions. There are no shows to go see in Dark Universe, but it does offer you a chance to actually become a Universal Classic monster. At the Darkmoor Monster Makeup Experience, you can purchase either an experiment ticket, which puts you in the hot seat while a monster makeup artist paints your face for $45, or you can go all out with the transformation ticket, which is $169 and includes full face makeup and matching accessories. You do have to buy these tickets in advance, which you can find on the Universal Orlando app, or you can have your travel advisor, like me, book this experience for you. Just keep in mind, Orlando is hot. And this makeup, which, while it's incredibly stunning, is going to intensify that heat. Also, adult strategy tip, once you are in full face makeup, according to Universal Orlando's website, you cannot purchase alcohol at any Universal Park or City Walk. So you might want to make this one of the last things you do in the park. Another hidden gem in Dark Universe, the toilets. Just trust me, go see them. Dark Universe was made to be experienced at night, so make sure you leave time after dark to come back and fully walk through the land. The spooky mist, the creepy violin music, the lighting of the blades above the tavern, it is an absolute vibe that you will want to immerse yourself in. This is a great time to walk back through the portal, get all your pictures and videos. You could also do your shopping after a lot of the crowds leave. And if you haven't had a chance to ride Curse of the Werewolf, a spinning coaster, do that at night too. It has a few surprises that are more intense in the dark. Slow down and really take the time to explore all the creepy crevices of Dark Universe at night. You won't regret it. Or maybe you will. If you want to make the most of your time inside Epic Universe's Dark Universe, these strategies will give you a huge head start. If you're planning a solo trip or an adults-only theme park getaway, hit that like button and subscribe. I have full guides coming for each world at Epic Universe. And if you've already been to Dark Universe, what freaked you out the most? Let me know in the comments. Of course, no two vacations are alike, so whenever you're ready to plan your adventure to Universal Orlando Resort and Epic Universe, I'm a You Preferred travel advisor and can help you put together the perfect trip that's customized to you. My strategy and planning services are free to my clients, so when you're ready to talk, be sure you contact me. I'll put my email address in the description. Thanks for watching, and happy adventuring!